do you miss most when you are not performing? Myself on stage.
I mean, it's just that particular experience, right? It's
the ego massage, no?
Yeah, there's the first ego popped up. Working with other people also probably. So when this global shutdown happened, I remember that I actually missed working with the people in the studio more than actually being on stage. Because as an artist, like, I spend most of my time in the studio, so like 95% of it, so that's what I miss the most probably.
Do whatever the I want on stage.
Yeah, well said. I agree.
Next.
For me, it's just hard to get back on being on stage after a while, or like the first performance after a longer time. I'm so anxious. So when I'm doing like shows every week or every day or multiple a day, I'm like really in this mood, I'm in this character. I'm never returning to myself, I feel. And then it's really easy to just jump in. But when I haven't performed for 2 months, I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? What's one part of your performance where you feel the most unchanged from expectation?
I think it's usually towards the end of whatever the show or the project is. It's like at the beginning of the show there is a lot of expectation. In the show yesterday there was somebody at the beginning, it's a fire show, and they wanted fire. I don't do fire for the first 10 minutes. And there was somebody after 3 minutes going like, clearly just he was there for the fire show, but and I was not doing fire.
It's not the first time in this show, because you always have the dad who's been waiting for 30 minutes with the 5 kids in the heat, and he's like really nervous and he wants to see a fire show. So this happened like 5 times before, and he's starting alone with the contact ball without fire, and then eventually somebody gets nervous.
And then my mission for the show is I end up looking at that person all the time in that show, just checking in if I've convinced them yet. Like, have I won yet? And the goal is always to get that to happen before the fire comes.
For us, we do like 15-20 minutes pieces, or like durational runs with the thing. And I would say in the first 10 minutes, I show all the elements slowly, one by one, what can you do with it. And then the last 5 minutes, I kind of recap and I speed up, like as a circus act that you always go on more and more. And I think around the 10 minutes people are like more relaxed and sit back, and they just actually enjoy what they are watching, and it's actually the purpose of the whole performance, that they just relax and not think about anything, just looking at the thing and being in that moment, looking at it and enjoying the view of it. So
in my performance, I become a superhero, and towards the end of the piece there is a 4 minutes performance inside of the show when I can let myself to be Laura, who is not a superhero. And for me, that is the moment when I feel like, okay, the whole things now are together.
How do you experience a sense of freedom when you step into the crowd after performing?
I normally avoid the crowd right after the performance. I don't like to go in there, at least for an hour or more sometimes. And sometimes I stay backstage for the whole night because it just feels more relaxing or more like homey after performing.
I've shared, now leave me alone.
Exactly.
I don't know, I like meeting some of our audience afterwards and seeing that we created some kind of resonance, some kind of experience in them, and I like it when they come and want to share something. I really hate the comment, "you were good," that really pisses me off. But anything else that comes with they're having emotions, I appreciate a lot.
I also like people coming to me talking after, but I wouldn't necessarily go into a crowd, you know, like I appreciate people coming, appreciating my art or performance, but I would not necessarily look for this experience.
In our new creation, in this together, we are working with participants on stage, and we like to check in with them afterwards, how it was for them, because we want to know that they they felt respected and safe in the space, because we are playing on the edge of safety and danger and risk and everything. Then it's important for us to check in with the people who were with us on stage, but not with, like, we don't go into the crowd usually.
When did you first realize you could make strangers feel something? Maybe at poetry competition when I was a kid, but also a teenager.
With this prop, I actually had a very nice first experience, because I've been to a big music festival. It was not ordered, I just brought it as an individual, and I went to the main stage and I started performing on the side of the stage, and then strangers started to pop up and tell me, like, what's that, how this works, let me use it also, and that was a very nice experience, and I stayed there for like 6 hours constantly with the thing. In a summer heat, but anyway, it has been a really nice experience. Yeah, I pretty much loved that.
So I think kind of with the last couple of things that we've been working on, the point has been to communicate something that I felt, and or like an experience, or share an experience that I am somewhat intimate with. And I still find that really difficult, so I'm not sure if there's any achieving of that, but it's definitely the part that at the moment interests me the most. Seeing if I can share an experience deeply with an audience that has affected me in some way. And that's relatively new for me.
I think for me the first real experience like this, when I created a show about my pregnancy, and that was the first time when I really felt that my personal self and my personal experiences that I shared on stage, it was really hard to share something this personal on stage, really resonated with a lot of people. And it was like, okay, wow, it is interesting, my experience, and people can relate and connect to it. And that was my first real, like, okay, yeah, it's something personal, not just a character or like a fun stuff I'm doing. If you could collaborate with a mythical creature, who would it be and why?
Maybe a phoenix, because we die from the heat waves, but we rise again from the ashes.
One of us has to pick the unicorn for Sziget. I think riding into Sziget Festival with a unicorn would be really fitting. I'll take you all along on one unicorn.
Oh, nice.
I would actually love to have a giant holding me on his hand and just like carrying around, or using as a fan even sometimes.
You are the
fan, no?
I am the fan. Yeah.
I was thinking of a mermaid. I thought like fire and water, they fit together. We could do some like mermaid fire water show.
If your on-stage persona was a fruit or vegetable, what would it be and why? I think I can be an onion.
Because layers.
From Shrek. I have no imagination.
I think I'd be a watermelon, because it looks big and heavy, but in the end I break easily.
I could go with the onion as well, just because the shape of the peels are. Or otherwise I would be a fig. But I don't know, the taste somehow connects to the visual stuff for me.
I think I'd be some kind of like a passion fruit or something that's like hard and like strong on the outside, but really like squishy and slimy on the inside.
Can you give us a glimpse into your inner monologue when performing? It's okay, it's safe, it's all fine.
My performance is basically a huge inner monologue, so you need to come and watch it.
You don't want to share even a little bit?
I will share just one sentence.
That's outside. You're saying this outside or inside? What? I'm not sure now.
I hope that like the outside is like really stoic.
And you're like.
I do say a lot like, hold on, it's okay, hold it. Now pay attention, it takes, oh no, hold on. It's okay, they watch the struggle, it's fine, they like to watch the struggle, but hold on. Now turn, no, the other way.
It's
That's
basically
my
a
monologue.
song.
It's great. You should just put on the headset and say it. Try an alternative version. I think mine is constantly like, okay, now this, okay, I put it up, I go there, I go like this kind of like. There's no moment of stopping, so I'm like constantly trying to keep myself under control.
When did you first fall in love with the stage?
She forced me.
It was never a falling in love. You fell in love with me, yeah. And then I forced you. That's a good story.
As a kid, I did a lot of acting kind of stuff, like this after-school programs, and I already loved that, like doing text and rehearsing and going to like speech rehearsals and movement, and this is how I get into dance actually, like through acting.
My answer is again, I think I fell in love with stage when I was in acrobatic crack and draw competitions. Like I really loved, because every parents were really happy. We paid a lot of money. So my baby can jump on the stage in shiny clothes.
Yeah, as a kid I did a performance for the parents on the playground, on the climbing equipment with a friend. We were climbing around on music and then we played the flute on top of the thing. And I remember that was like first performance experience, and we created it, and I really loved the process of like, what can we do on this playground?
What part of your craft scares you the most?
I am a superhero, so
No worries.
so that's it.
Well, I have a big white material, so it has to be white, and it is pretty difficult to keep it white in such places as the dust storms of the festivals. So that's my biggest worry probably of all time. The dogs are sitting or doing something with it, or anything can happen to it. So
For me, most scary is if I can interact with the audience, or if I find the right people to interact with, because we have a lot of interactions. It's not really scary, it's just like things work if I find the right person and I have to choose in like, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, for me that's the scariest, if I can catch the eye of the right person and for the right text and the right moment for the tricks and jokes to work.
Did you copy anyone before you found your own true voice? I'm still copying. My biggest inspiration is Wonder Woman, maybe Shongoku, a little bit of Sailor Moon.
I don't think that there is such a thing in theater that it's copy, because I think we can all share like art, and I think stealing is not a thing in art, because we all can go through similar stuff and have similar ideas. The prop I use has been used already in the circus world, so it's not something I invented, and I don't think I copied someone. When I had the prop, I made my own production with it, which became unique and individual. There is similar stuff, but I don't think it can be like copied, like copy-pasted.
Because we recycle.
Yeah, I could say that also.
Yeah.
It's recycled.
Yeah, I mean there is nothing new under the sun. There's always something that you've seen somewhere and get inspired and use it. I think it's main important thing that you like add something to it, that you not just copy paste what you see, but that you
make it your own.
make it your own.
Yeah.
You add something of your own taste and style, or you mix it with whatever skills you still have. Of course, like we're doing street shows, so we copied. We are using a lot of little jokes that other street performers also use. This is also like a big common joke and knowledge base that just goes around, and I think it's nice if you can add a little touch of your own as well in the same way.
And over time, the more you play it, the more it transforms. And I think it's like copying for sure. There was inspiration of lots of even mannerisms or little movements or eye things that I know that I liked in shows that I copied at the beginning, that over time turned into more me than what it was in the original.